Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic and addict in recovery. I wanted to talk today about why I do this each morning and what I get out of doing this. And what this is I started these videos basically as I would sit down and read a little bit about recovery, some kind of recovery-based book, and then take a topic from whatever I read, if I could, and speak on that topic for a few minutes. And that was the video for the day. And it was a way for me to read recovery-based literature, to start every day with something recovery-based, and to learn new ideas about recovery. And as time goes on, I've kind of found that I wanted to expand my reading into other topics. For instance, right now I'm reading When Bad Things Happen to Good People by Harold S. Kushner. And this is a book about why all-powerful, good God would allow bad things to happen to good people. And it's had a couple of topics that related to recovery, but not as much. And that's why I've had to just come up with some different topics and haven't really focused much on the book in my videos, but I have been reading it every day. And one of the reasons that I feel like this is important is, and it's important for me to point out that I don't sit here and read for 30 minutes or an hour every day. I literally read for about 10 minutes at the most, 2 or 3 pages. But if you read 2 or 3 pages of a, 180 page book a day, you're getting through that book in what, month and a half, 2 months, 3 months. You're getting through that book fairly quickly. So pretty soon you're getting through a lot of information. And ideally, if you choose the right books, this information is stuff that can actually help you. And for me, that's something that's become extremely important in recovery, is getting as much information as I can about recovery, and then about going past recovery, about spirituality in general, and trying to better myself on a daily basis by reading something, introducing some new ideas. Now, that doesn't mean I believe and agree with or prescribe to all the ideas I'm reading. In particular, with this book, with Kushner's book, there are places where I've disagreed with him, and I've written in the notes, here's why I disagree with, written in the margins, here's why I disagree with this, and I don't understand why he thinks this. And I think that that's important too, for us to recognize where we are seeing ideas that we don't disagree with, that we don't agree with, and try to better understand why we don't agree with them. But I'm keeping a very open mind as I read through this, and I am trying to approach everything I read with an open mind, the same way I did at the beginning of recovery, where I kind of said, you know what, I am desperate for someone to show me the way. I'm desperate for someone to tell me what I need to do. And I just took in as much information as I could and said, you know what, I'm going to take this in, and if there's some stuff that I really don't agree with, I can set that aside, but I'm just going to take this in and do what people are telling me to do. I'm trying to take the spirit of that into what I'm reading now. And there are some times where I disagree, sometimes where I get brand new ideas that I think about all day long, that I could speak on for much longer than I do in these videos. And it's become a really important part of my day, because it helps me start by using my brain. When I was in my active addiction, I started my day by getting drunk or stoned a lot of times, and indulging in something, whether it was reading fiction, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. Or whether it was playing a video game. I used to get high and play video games first thing in the morning. That's not a good way to start your day. If you want to be on a path of spiritual improvement, if you want to be on a path of intellectual improvement, that's not a good way to start our day. And so this daily reading, daily thinking about what I'm reading, and then processing what I'm reading by doing a video like this has really become important for me, not just to get information, but as part of my process for getting my head going and getting it going in the right direction in the morning. And that's why I do this every morning. If you watch these videos, you'll notice I am not currently running any ads on this channel. I'm not doing this to try to make money or anything like that. I'm not saying that's going to be permanent, but as of right now, this is just something that I do for my own sake and in the hopes that it's helpful to somebody, and what I really get out of it is that each day I'm able to get some new ideas. I'm able to process those ideas. I'm able to share those ideas. And then I'm able to start the day with a working brain that's actually got the wheels moving. There may only be a hamster on there, but that's okay. He's moving. And move forward that way with some new ideas. And over time, I've been able to, over the past year or so, I've been able to read 8, 9, 10 different books on recovery. It's in spirituality. It's been really cool. And I would have struggled to do that previously. So that's a summary of why I do this and what I get out of it. And I intend to continue to do it because it's just become such an important part of my daily recovery, but also just my daily life in general. I love starting the day this way compared to the way that I used to start it in my addiction, and that's something I don't intend to change anytime soon. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Have a good one.